Hey, into Red Room. It's Tony. So I am menstruating, and every time I do this, every time I'm on my period, I have like some emotional thing I'm working through. So now my emotional thing is working through never feeling vulnerable and open enough, or never feeling like I have the space to be like open and vulnerable with people, particularly like how I feel and like speaking to how I feel, but with my family. So for me, I'm not a good morning kind of person. I'm not a hey kind of person. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because I find how people respond to that is who they really are, and then I act accordingly. I also just find that people who speak aren't necessarily nice. They're just speaking. And I feel like society has ways of marking people as bad or not, based on like certain social things that we tick that kind of validate us and make us feel like we're being well received or affirms us. And because I grew up not really wanting to talk to a lot of people, I mean, as a child, like being forced to talk to people, right? Being forced to go up to people, being forced to hug people, being forced to do those things. And then having this very kind of conditional, I feel like, conditional like love or conditional like respect or conditional like I like you type things. As an adult, I just kind of burnt all the bridges and it was like, I ain't doing none of this shit. So it's kind of really hard to kind of navigate it as an adult, because people want you to be like that, and if you're not like that, then like there's something wrong with you, you're a bitch, you're all these things. And just like, I get kind of tired of that. And now I'm at the point where I'm just gonna like start vomiting like my truth, and it's a good time coming, because I'm not interested in the repression type thing. I think I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over not letting people know how I feel. For me, actions definitely, it's not actions more than words. Like, words do matter. But I kind of feel like people also in my life, particularly with family, have wanted me to do certain things I don't care about. Like, there's certain things I just don't care about when it comes to like establishing relationships. Like, when it comes to formalities, I don't care about that kind of stuff. And there's just certain cycles that keep going round and round and round and round. And I'm getting angry, actually, that they keep happening, because it's like, for me, it's over. But for other people, they keep bringing it up and they're trying to lead it to a certain conclusion. And it's just like, it's kind of this angry individuation kind of process that I'm having. And like, I'm just like, enough. I am tired of all of your ways of talking and wanting me to communicate and these boxes, right? Another thing that I decided on doing, I'm in the parking lot of like a shopping center. Another thing that I ended up doing is just, I'm going to go into like birth work and more feminine women, like oriented kind of careers. And there's a little bit of like healing within myself that needs to take place. And of course, I feel like when you go into certain fields, you're kind of seeking something from that field for yourself specifically, in addition to like, like why you want to help. And so I am going to go forward with that. I definitely feel like I want to like work more in that space and in that realm of body work and energetic work, because I think knowing my like family history of like the women, some of the women, and then knowing like just watching the women in my family and the kind of issues that they've had that I can see, I kind of want to work with that energy and kind of like work on healing and dealing with myself, but then work on facilitating the healing of someone else so that they can have like a healthy child, a healthy start to this journey of motherhood. And I personally just feel like I'm more in my soft girl era, but really like actually soft, wanting to do things and kind of not necessarily I'm with the flow and just being like ridiculously like adrift, because that's one of the issues with a lot of like women, is that they become ridiculously adrift when it comes to certain aspects of career and finance, because we kind of make it seem like women are incompetent when it comes to stuff like that, when that's not necessarily the case. But anyway, I am pursuing more artsy, feminine, domestic type things, and I'm okay with that. And I think that the shift comes from wanting to just do my own thing, being heard in my own way. I just personally don't feel like I want to be in more women-centered spaces. I want to be in more women-centered spaces. I want to be in more just feminine spaces in general. And not because I'm totally denying my masculine side. It's just I want to be in those spaces. And I want to also speak up and kind of release a lot of things. And this menstrual cycle, like the full moon was yesterday. I've started my menses before the full moon, but this menstrual cycle, I kind of am releasing even more. And these full moons have been feeling way nicer than the ones that happen in the winter. Maybe because the winter time is just like really dark and stuff like that, and it just comes off really spooky. But these are really good. They're really nourishing, and I feel like I want to move forward with a lot of the other stuff that interests me in this kind of field. And so I'm wrapping up. I'm trying to get my massage licensure together. Once I do that, hopefully I'll do esthetician, and then I'll be trying to pursue like doula, sound healing, sound meditation type stuff. And so there's that. All right, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.